Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode of Tie the Knot with yours truly, Emeka the Romantic Muchiga. And thank you so much for viewing. Thank you so much for subscribing. Today I'm with another awesome couple that is about to get married. So this is Mr. and Mrs. Kahima to be. Welcome to the show, Joel.
Thank you, and thank you for hosting us.
Please introduce yourself to the viewers, and you can also introduce your madam, or she can do the honors and introduce herself.
Oh, I will introduce her as well.
Okay.
I'm Joel Kahima, and this is Lillian, my wife to be.
Oh. All right. So, Joel and Lillian, how has the dating process been? How long have you known each other, first of all?
I think now it's 5 years because we got to know each other in 2019.
Nice.
Yes.
Where did you meet?
We met actually at a friend's wedding meeting.
Okay.
It was a cold evening, if I remember very well. And yeah, sure. Somehow she looked so reserved, and since it was raining on that evening, I decided to offer her some tea.
I thought you were going to say you were putting on a jacket and you gave it to her.
But I never had a sweat, I think, if I remember very well.
Something like this.
Really? Because I offered you tea.
So, you bought her tea?
Yeah, I got her tea. That was at Katikati.
Okay.
And the journey started from that.
So the journey started with a cup of tea. Okay. Lillian, how did you feel when you saw this gentleman approaching you and offering you a cup of tea? What went through your mind?
Well, I was grateful that he gave me a cup of tea, but I really did take it so serious.
You didn't take it? Why did you take it serious?
I appreciated the cup of tea, but it was normal.
It was normal. Okay. So, you?
Like, after that very day, then the real just started.
The real just started. Okay, so tell us from the cup of tea, how was the, should I call it the courting process or the vibing process? How did you start telling her that now, Lillian, you are the woman I want?
Actually, if I can tell you the thing about me.
Yeah.
When I see someone, the very first time, I can tell that this is the person for me.
Yes.
So when I saw her, I was 100% convinced. Yes.
You were at the wedding meeting and you saw Lillian. Was Lillian the only lady at the wedding meeting, or there were other ladies?
Of course, there were other ladies.
And what pushed you to look at Lillian and you're like, now she's the one?
How do I put it up? Okay. Somehow my eyes landed on her. And by mere fact that she was sitting next to me, my inner self was convinced that, yes, this is a woman for me.
What really convinced you? Because there are quite a number of things that attract a man to a lady.
Okay.
Did you say it was love at first sight?
Not really. Okay, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
However, you know, when you talk to someone for the very first time, and you see how someone responds, how someone conducts herself, how someone, you know, in that a small or few minutes, you have already, we have already judged that, you know, this is the person.
This is the person.
Yeah.
So you were convinced after talking to her that
yeah, sure. And she has not disappointed.
Wow. you look to have an eye for greatness and goodness.
Of course.
Yeah. So, Lillian,
Yes.
most times when men approach ladies and they are trying to be nice to them, for example, if he, let's say, buys you a cup of tea on a cold day, ladies be like, now a Kampala man has started. Because when I approached my wife, when we were still, before we even started dating, on our first date, I told her, I'm going to marry you. Then in her head, she's like, now this Kampala man. So, didn't you ever have that thought of, maybe he's a player, maybe he's joking around? Did that ever cross your mind?
Okay, on that same day, when he gave me a cup of tea,
Yeah.
of course I was like, the usual guys now have started.
Yeah.
Yes. And he was like, he looked like just a normal random guy. I'm like, now this one.
What made him look so unserious?
Just, okay, the way he brought it up, the way he was talking, like, I was just looking at him like any other guys there.
Do you remember what he told you that day? What did he tell you that day?
No, he just
Yeah, I remember.
he asked me do you mind a cup of tea? And then they brought me a cup of tea.
That's that. Joel, what other words did you accompany?
Of course, it was a Friday, it was a cold evening.
Yes.
I asked her, are you planning to go out after here?
Oh.
Then, sorry. Somehow, after the wedding meeting,
Yes.
he offered to drop me home.
Okay.
But then I said I was going somewhere with my friends, and then he offered to drop me to where I was going.
With your friends?
Hideout, yes, with my friends. Then he later said he wanted to stay
Around.
that same day. That is when I was like, but this guy has just seen me right now, and then he wants to stay around with my friends.
Yes. It looked fishy to you.
Yeah, it looked so fishy, but it really caught me somehow. Someone, you just met someone and then they are willing to stay much longer with you.
Yeah. So what did it make? What went through your mind? Like, what did it bring to you? What did it show to you?
Of course, I saw that he had some interest in me, but like any Kampala guy, that is how they start.
Kampala men.
That is how they start. So,
Yeah.
but
Yet some of us were not Kampala men.
Sorry, the fact that he was willing to drop me home.
Yes.
That was also something like courtesy.
The fact that he was willing to wait for you, get it done, then he drops you home. Joel, you stayed the whole night?
No.
Okay.
Actually, I dropped her
Yeah.
to that place she mentioned.
Okay.
And then I promised, because I had to go back and catch up with my guys,
Yes.
I promised that I would pass by again. So at around 11, I went back. But I found her with a big number of her friends.
Yes.
So somehow I felt odd man left. I was like, you know what?
I can't do this.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
I'm going home. I left after like 30 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. So Saturday, following day, I called her. She wasn't picking. And I was like, you're so Kampala women.
So she first thought you're a Kampala man, then the tables turned to you and you're like, Kampala women.
So, yeah, from there, then this same friend of ours,
Yeah.
the wedding meeting where we were,
Yes.
we traveled together. Went to Mbara, still we
You
talked.
traveled with her?
Yes.
Yes.
We came back, we talked, but she wasn't giving me a straight, And
So wait, she was not giving you a straight answer.
yes,
So during the whole journey to Mbara, you were confessing your feelings to her.
of course. Me from day one, I did.
Even on that day you met at the wedding meeting.
Remember now that here I laid the foundation.
Hey, by buying her a cup of tea.
Call it a trap. Yes, Akameso. So, yeah, she wasn't so straight. Okay, like she has said, maybe she did not see. Yes. But I showed my seriousness with time.
Yes.
And I assured her that I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, actually. Then somehow in that period, she fell sick.
Yeah.
I offered to come and see her. She was like, okay, tomorrow you can come and check on me in the evening. I bought things, I packed them.
Wow.
Then tomorrow comes, I'm calling her, she's not picking. Guess what? I ended up with my things.
You ended up eating the things that...
Yes.
Lillian. So, during this whole time of him laying foundation, buying you a cup of tea, dropping you out, and him going with you to Mbara, confessing his feelings, did it ever strike you that one day you'd end up with him?
Somehow, when we were going to Mbara, we had some conversations, the road trip.
Yes.
And then I started to look at him. He seemed a nice guy. Like, to myself, speaking to myself, I'm like, this is a nice guy. He seems to be a nice guy. But then again, remember, my entire thing was to travel with my friend, who later said she wouldn't make it.
Yes.
The entire conversation was okay via the trip, but then in my mind I was like, when we get to Mbara,
what is going to happen?
What is going to happen? Because my entire thing was to be with my friend. I'm like, now I'm going to see what is going to happen when we get to Mbara.
Yeah.
So when we got there, time to sleep, we actually shared the same room. Okay. But he was respectful. He was respectful.
Wow.
I just told him, this is this. And he responded like that way. And just
you told him,
please.
Don't cross here.
Yes.
Your hand stays here. Once you get tempted, I will move out.
Yes, so the fact that he respected that, it hit me like, man, this guy could be nice.
Yeah.
And actually the friends after that, and his other friends, were all over him saying, how could you leave us? And you just decided to travel with this girl. And then even I think that something happened even that, but nothing happened. But most of his friends think that. But me, that whole night scheme.
Or weekend.
Yeah.
And also via the function, we attended the function, it gave me a spark, like, this guy is nice.
This guy is nice.
This is a nice guy.
Foundation.
So we came back. Yeah, truly, I was sick. And I really didn't intend not to pick his calls. I was really sick. But I also didn't want to really go so fast. I needed time to get to know this guy, but he was a bit rushing me, and I needed some time to know you. Yes, but for him, he wanted things to be chop.
Okay, you see, when a guy, one thing with us guys, when a guy is like really ready to settle and he identifies that person for him, trust me, those things of mania getting to know you, we shall get to know each other when we get there.
Yes.
It's the same thing that happened to me. I told my wife on our very first date that I'm going to marry you. She's like, now you see, let's first build this friendship. I was like, it's okay. Me, I've told you the person I want. So, Joel, during that whole process of you trying to rush her, did you like reach a point and you're like, okay, now she's not being straight with me, maybe let me back out? Did you ever get those thoughts?
Yeah, by the way, I need to take you back that we met around mid-October 2019.
Yeah.
So here comes 2020, March.
Yeah.
Lockdown and COVID scenario.
Yes. About to ask about COVID.
Yes. So she was in Chisasi, I was in Intinda. So I would walk, go see her.
During lockdown?
During lockdown. I would walk almost every morning, go see her.
Because all of you were not working during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So time comes, lockdown still.
Yeah. And why did you cut off communication?
For over 4 months. When we were getting out of lockdown, already I had said, you know what? Stay. Yeah. In my heart. So I think 2 days before they start letting cars move, and I happened to visit one of my friends, so she had her friend as well. I phoned them too. I told her about my stories, because back then she was a close friend. Yeah. And this lady told me, you know what, Joel, if you really want this woman, this is the time for you to go for her. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, why did you cut off communication for over 4 months?
Lockdown, you know, lockdown brought most people, it brought out the different versions of us that we really didn't know. Yes. Especially me. So in lockdown, most of the time I would stay up late and sleep during the day. Yeah. So during that time when I'm up, I would actually use it like, if I'm not on a movie, I'm meditating or something. So I got to a point, I was trying to reflect on my relationships, past and present. So the entire time when I met this Joel, I was behaving weirdly. So I was weird. He knows. He knows that I was weird. So I was trying to find out how I can get better. But I was being affected by my past. So by the time I met him, I had not really moved on from my past relationships. Like really moving on, like let me settle with this guy. Yes. So in that time of lockdown, he's coming in, we are trying to get so close, but then I still have my past that I was trying to deal with. He knows. I told you. I don't want to put it on air. Yeah. So in that same period, I had a friend, she's like a mentor. We're always in touch. She calls me at night, we pray and all that. So at some point we're praying and then she talks about relationships. I'm like, don't go back. Don't take me back to that for now.
For how long did you do it?
From that time, 2020 to
2020.
Then October 2021, he proposed.
Oh.
Yes.
Proposed in October 2021. How was the proposal? Because now you've heard what people really say about us Western men and proposals. Just get
we are not romantic.
Hey, we are not romantic. So tell us, how was the proposal?
The proposal was perfect. It really caught me off guard.
Really?
And there's a lot, they always say Banyankole men, especially Banyankole men, he's a Banyankole man. So, but he has always been, okay, I don't consider him as that. From that time, 2020 to
2020.
Then October 2021, he proposed.
Oh.
Yes.
Proposed in October 2021. How was the proposal? Because now you've heard what people really say about us Western men and proposals. Just get
we are not romantic.
Hey, we are not romantic. So tell us, how was the proposal?
The proposal was perfect. It really caught me off guard.
Really?
And there's a lot, they always say Banyankole men, especially Banyankole men, he's a Banyankole man. So, but he has always been, okay, I don't consider him as that stereotype because he gives me flowers.
A Banyankole man giving you flowers.
I'm telling you.
My God, we are in the same boat. How else does it do?
Take me out for dates, in a date. Yeah.
Wow. No, but you see, for that time, I've known Joel for quite some time.
Yes.
That Joel I know is a really different guy. And he's so capable of doing such things. Yes. Doesn't he take you to sauna like most Banyankole men do for dates?
It doesn't actually
for dating the sauna.
It doesn't like sauna.
Most most manya wakole men. Bekamate ate Lillian.
Sound.
Tuzada
Sauna and pork joints.
they call it tuzekota. So he takes you for dates.
Yes.
Buys you flowers. That is so nice. So, Joel, tell us, how was that? We want to know
I
about.
was still telling you about the proposal.
Yeah, the proposal.
So the proposal, he was talking about a road trip. We need to have a road trip. We have some friends of ours, Tina and Ivan.
Yeah.
So we started and they were like, we need to have a road trip. So the entire time we're planning for a road trip.
Yes.
So we get there, we got Hawk's Eye, Bunyonyi.
Yes.
So we got there, I was just having fun as a road trip.
Not knowing what was coming your way.
That Saturday morning, I said, no, I'm in Kabali. Kabali is my home.
Oh, yes.
I'm like, let me rush home and check on my parents. That early morning, Saturday. So I dashed home a little. I left him at Hawk's Eye with the friends. Somehow, I think their plot, like what they shared after, they were supposed to have flowers and then deco person to come and do those things of, will you marry me? Yes.
During that period when you had rushed home?
Yes.
So how long, what's the distance between Hawk's Eye and home?
There's some big distance there. Because it took me like 3 hours to come back.
Yeah.
I got home and took some time.
Yes.
But it looks like the deco person disappointed them.
No, actually, no. The deco person did not disappoint.
Yeah.
Actually, it was the other friends. It was the other friends of ours proposing that we put those flowers and words but I'm this guy who likes doing things in a unique way.
Yeah.
So I realized that is common way of proposing. She can continue.
Oh yeah. Then I don't know what when I came back. It was a normal day. We went swimming, had some lunch.
Good time.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Then later in the evening, we were supposed to have a boat cruise. So we go dressed up for a boat cruise. On our way to the boat to the lake, there was a beautiful place. It's just natural.
Yeah.
So we got there, we're like, let's first have some pictures here. So we went to take pictures. Meanwhile, that time I actually got upset because when we were taking pictures, I love pictures so much, and he was busy rushing. We are late for the cruise. Can you hurry up? We are late.
He was rushing.
Yes, I actually got upset. I'm like, then why did you call us here for pictures? Then my friend is like, Lillian, please go there and pause. Turn around, face the other side, and then that is when he was proposing.
So you turned around on turning back. The
Munyankole man is on his knees.
Which Munyankole man was on his knees? So you saw him on his knees?
I saw him on his knees. I first felt so bad that I was actually upset.
Like Wachiga women. So it is normal, it is okay.
But I was so happy and excited.
Wow.
And overwhelmed. And of course I said yes.
Wow. That is really, really, really very beautiful. And so after the proposal, I would like to know how the dating process, how has it been? Have you guys had some rough times? There's not been any rough times during the
just small.
Of course, that road can never be straight, you know it. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to start with you, Joel. What was that best moment during your dating process before you guys, because you guys are getting married? Oh, for the record, I'm their MC. So what was that best moment you look at during your dating process and you're like, I wish I could go back to this moment? What was the best moment for you during dating, Lillian?
Yeah, best moment.
The one you can never forget. It can be a funny one and you're like, this day.
I think that time of proposing, really, it was worth it.
Yeah.
It was my first time experience, and I enjoyed it myself doing it. Thank God she enjoyed it. Yeah, and I just wish those who are watching me, as a man in love, I just wish I can propose every day.
Every day
my
to
life.
her.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys,
It's a nice
Wow.
But I'm not bribed to say this.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. He wishes he could propose over and over again.
Yeah.
So to you it was the proposal. Lillian, what's that best moment during your dating process you look at and you're like, wow, this is actually a moment I would want to have over and over again?
Really, there's that proposal is a spark.
Yeah.
But every day, each day that I got to interact with him,
Yeah.
and then there is a time I had never dated a prayerful man.
Wow.
Joe was prayerful.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
We have the same characteristics, mate.
Look through that camera and tell them.
Yes, Joe is a prayerful man.
He was prayerful. That's what attracted you to him. And like those are your best moments of you waking up and finding him praying. Wow. Now, let's go to the family part. How did your family members take it when you told them that now you've gotten someone?
I first shared with my mom. She was so excited and happy.
Wow.
I'm the firstborn, first daughter.
Wow.
So of course, every time you get home for Christmas,
Yes.
my dear, you're back. You're alone. But there was not that pressure wasn't there. But
Yeah.
I shared with my mom. I'm like, Mommy, I got someone.
Yeah.
Anytime he'll come home.
Wow.
Because she was so happy. This is what I've been praying for.
Yes.
Then she had to convey the message to my dad. My dad was also happy. The question he asked, he was like, what is this called? Religion.
Religion, yes.
Yes.
Parents are normally strict, mostly fathers.
I told him he's a born-again Christian, prayerful man. You'll get to like this one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So they were happy about it, and in a space of I don't know, this time he came through with a date for Kuchala, and they welcomed him home.
Wow. Joel, when you were going to meet her parents for the first time, we would like you to tell us how you felt in that moment. Because when you're meeting your parents-in-law for the first time, there's always that little bit of fear. Now, like me, I had to buy new clothes. I had to buy new shoes. Yeah, so my specs were on. I bought new specs just to get a very good impression.
Yeah.
Did you have that fear of, I'm taking their first daughter and...
Of course, that fear is always there.
Yeah.
But if you're this man who knows what you want,
Yes.
then you're good to go. However, I went there when I had COVID. The other Macron, over microfinance COVID. Yeah, whichever. So I had cough, I was shivering. I wasn't myself because of that, but I made it through.
You made it through.
Yeah.
So did anybody get COVID during that time?
I think one of her sisters over had recovered. That thing was all over.
Was it like the last?
The last one, that wave. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that one. That micro.
Yeah, microfinance. Yes.
So you didn't have any fear meeting?
Because I think what gave me more confidence, I knew her siblings well. Yes, so I was like, Mom, Dad, even though you've not seen me before,
these ones are
now that the siblings, we are in touch and so they have my back.
Yeah.
Chiba chibe.
Right. So Kuchala happened. You're now getting ready for the wedding.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So when is the wedding?
Should we say it on air? You know, we wouldn't focus.
No. Let's keep it.
I'm kidding, but we can keep it.
Yeah, we can keep it. The wedding is very soon, and I'm their MC. And thank you so much, guys, for choosing me to be your MC.
Yeah.
During this whole preparations of the wedding, how have the preparations been? How have you been able to coordinate the service providers? Do you have like a committee doing things? Do you have a wedding planner? How are the preparations going on?
I think she will answer most of those questions. Yeah. However, in regard to our preparations, are we not at 40% so far?
Oh, the quinja hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
So actually, we are now concentrating much more on quinja.
Oh, you're concentrating much more on the quinja?
Yeah, because it's almost.
Yeah, it's almost. I need in the cover.
Yeah, sure.
I must come for that trip. I must come for the quinja. So, Lillian, how are the preparations? You see, one thing I've learned through hosting weddings and quinjas, all these functions, I've learned that it's the family of the girl. Like you let your parents organize everything for you. You just come as a guest. Is it the same to you, or you're involved in everything?
I'm actually involved. We're working together as family.
Yeah.
I really have a strong backup of family.
Nice.
I have big sisters, rich aunties of Jaira. By the way, we have a son.
Oh, you have a son together?
We have a son together.
How old is he?
1 year and
10.
And 6 months?
No. 9 months actually. 1 year and 9 months.
I'm going to be making 2 years soon. So I have some backup of family, friends, colleagues. So the pressure, people always ask me, but
you're not feeling anything.
I'm not feeling anything. I'm at peace.
Okay. So still about the preparations. Is it your parents choosing the service providers for you, or you're the one choosing the service providers?
No, I'm choosing my service providers.
You're choosing your service providers. Because in most cases, when parents are organizing the kuhinja, they will bring their service providers and they say, if we are paying for this, we are bringing our people. So you end up seeing that a lady wants something different for her quinja, she'll end up incurring more money because she wants her own service providers.
No, we are working together, but they have their people.
Yeah.
They will tell me, we have this person. Do you have yours yet? Then we look through, we compare, and then I tell them, mine is better because I want my thing. That's
really, really very good. You know, if a parents at times can be complicated, like, what that you know we do. If you need Joel, the wedding is for the man. How are the preparations going on so far?
We in the right track. Okay. I must say. And it's moving well.
It's moving on well?
Yeah.
So you have all service providers?
I think after here we're talking to this guy.
You're talking to Trine Shots. Oh, by the way, shout outs to Trine Shots, the guy behind my production. Thank you so much for giving us the space and for producing this. We'll get back to you there. So, finally, I want you to look in her eyes and affirm to her. Give her those words of affirmation. Tell her that Lillian, you are the one.
Dear my wife,
this is the commitment I'm making you, and the assurance I'm giving you. I'm here for you. I'll be there for you. I'll respect you. I'll love you. I'll walk with you. I will cherish you. And sometimes I'll be cooking for you.
You see, she has even given you high five. That's nice. I see she was even blushing. Lillian, look into his eyes.
And men, I would like to focus more on the women.
Yeah.
If you have someone out there that you feel looks out for you, please don't delay like I delayed a bit, because anything can happen. Yeah, pursue that person. Pray for the person you want to live with in life. Put that emphasis on prayer, and you will get the right path.
Wow. Thank you so much. The few years you've dated and the kind of man you are, Lillian, the kind of loving woman you are, look into the camera and tell the single people out there, give advice to anyone who is willing to get into a committed relationship. Let me start with you, Joel.
How do I even?
Just look into the camera and give just one word of advice to anyone intending to get married or get into a committed relationship.
Okay. Dear single men and ladies, you see my size? In 2019, I was smaller than this. So, what am I trying to mean? You can start something with your partner and you get where you want to be. Now, because of her, because she believed in me, the size has grown a little
bigger.
Yeah. Date someone who gives you attention, get someone who is willing to commit, date someone willing to pray with you, date someone, let someone share the future with you. Talk about it now. Hear from them and trust the process.
Thank you so much, Joel. Lillian.
Women,
Yeah.
if you have someone out there that you feel looks out for you, please don't delay like I delayed a bit, because anything can happen. Pursue that person. Pray for the person you want to live with in life. Put that emphasis on prayer, and you'll get the right path.
Wow. Thank you so much. I really, really loved your story. It was so inspiring. And to see that the men of these days are actually committed. You see, I interact with a lot of ladies and they tell me that the reason as to why they're not yet in committed relationships is because the men are not committing. The men fear to commit. But finding a guy like Joel, who showed you from day one that he's not a Kampala man, that is really something very nice. And thank you so much, our viewers, for watching Tie the Knot with me, Emeka the Romantic Muchiga. Do not forget to subscribe and do not forget to follow me on all social media platforms. It's the Romantic Muchiga. We've had Joel and Lillian, Mr. and Mrs. Kahima to be, and I'm going to host their wedding. In case you have a wedding and you're looking for the greatest host, I am here. Anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and till next time, bye.